They say life quiets down with age, but for me, it felt more like it had stopped moving altogether. I was 65 when I finally accepted that my days would pass in calm predictability. The garden, my walks, and the hum of a house that had grown far too quiet. After Robert passed 5 years ago, I became everyone's helping hand but my own. My children were grown, kind, and busy with families of their own. I was proud of them, but in truth, I'd started to feel invisible in my own story. I didn't feel old inside. I still hummed songs while folding laundry, laughed at ridiculous commercials, and caught myself daydreaming when the light hit the curtains just right. But something was missing. Romance. That word had become a ghost, something I once knew but no longer spoke of. Love, I thought, had retired long before I did. Then one afternoon, Daniel knocked on my door. He was my son's friend from years ago, 47 now, with that same boyish smile I remembered from Little League photos. He'd stopped by to help with a leaky pipe, a small favor that should have taken an hour. It turned into something much more. Daniel was easy to be around. He filled the house with a quiet kind of warmth, the kind that sneaks in without asking. He talked while he worked, told stories about his recent trip to Oregon, and laughed in that genuine way that makes you feel part of something light. We drank coffee in the kitchen, and he listened, really listened, when I spoke about my late husband, my kids, even the flowers I kept forgetting to water. There was something about the way he looked at me. Not past me, not through me, but at me. His eyes stayed, curious, patient, kind. He said little things that landed deeper than they should have. "This house feels alive," he told me once. "I think that's because of you." Those words found corners of my heart I thought had long been closed. Weeks passed, and each time he came by, the air between us shifted, softer, warmer, charged with something neither of us dared name. One evening, after he helped me move boxes to the attic, we sat in the living room with tea, the late sun painting the walls gold. Our conversation drifted from small talk to quiet truths. He asked what I missed most about my younger years. I said laughter, the kind that comes easy before life teaches you to guard it. Then, after a pause, he looked at me and said, "Evelyn, I've never met anyone like you. You're full of life and you're beautiful." The words stunned me. Not because they were unexpected, but because I hadn't heard anything like them in so long, I almost didn't recognize how they felt. My heart raced, unsure whether to run or stay still. He leaned closer, just enough for me to feel the warmth of his breath. "I mean it," he said quietly. "Age isn't what people think it is. I'm drawn to you. To you." The moment hung between us like the first drop of rain before a storm. My voice trembled when I finally spoke. "Daniel? That's very kind of you." But he didn't look away. And for the first time in years, I didn't want him to. A silence settled, gentle, electric. His hand brushed mine, hesitant but certain. I didn't move. I just felt it, the spark, the weight of something real waking up inside me. When he whispered, "I want to kiss you, but only if you want that too." My breath caught. I didn't answer. I simply leaned in. The kiss was slow, steady, filled with a kind of care I'd forgotten existed. It wasn't youth's recklessness. It was two souls remembering what it means to be alive. When we pulled apart, I couldn't speak. My heart was loud, my thoughts tangled, but beneath it all was a quiet truth. I was still capable of love. That night changed something I didn't know still needed changing. I saw myself differently, not as a widow filling her time, but as a woman rediscovering her pulse. Daniel didn't just fix a pipe that day. He fixed something far deeper, something inside me I'd quietly given up on. And as I watched him leave under the fading light, I realized love doesn't retire. It just waits, patiently, gently, for someone brave enough to open the door again.